Hola, water signs. Hey, y'all. Okay, if y'all know, if y'all been on my channel, you know I've been sick. Voice been sounding real crazy. Still sound a little crazy, but I'm feeling a lot better. I don't look like your resident ill person anymore, or not so much. I had my son cracking up the other day because he told me even my eyes look different. So this is for my water signs. This is gonna be for the month of September. Um, this is about personal progression, love, career, and finance. So we're getting ready to dig real deep. This is for my Pisces, my Scorpios, and my Cancers. In case you know y'all didn't know who the real water signs are. This is for you guys, my guys. I just bent my deck up. Outrageous. Okay. Trying to fix it. All right, let's get started with some signs and synchronicities. What signs and synchronicities should my water signs look out for in the month of September? Oh, Lord. A karmic. A karmic may be returning, or you guys could be dealing with a karmic in the month of September. Take it as it resonates. Third eye chakra. So some of you all could be doing some visualization techniques. Some of you all's third eye chakra could be a little bit more potent than usual this month. You might actually be seeing things, visions of the future, or just your intuition could really be on point in a way where you don't just feel it in your gut, but you kind of see it in your mind's eye and then it actually happens. Pisces. All right, so we might got some Pisces in the building. It's not y'all coming out in y'all own reading. A Taurus. Some of you all could be dealing with a Taurus. Something significant could have happened during Taurus season for some of you all. Aries. Some of you all could be dealing with an Aries. I'm hearing that some of you all may have Aries highly aspected in your chart, or you could be embodying some characteristics of Aries this month. Something significant could have happened during Aries season if I didn't say that already. I'm not 100%, y'all. I'm better. Okay, so if y'all see me sniffling, I might even have to pause this reading to go get some tissue. Who knows? I just know that I woke up and looked in the mirror this morning and I was like, oh God, that's much better. That's how y'all know y'all love me. Or I love y'all. That's how y'all know I love y'all. Because I got on this camera where everything is immortal. This is immortal. I hop on this camera and I record y'all a video, and that is now in the archives. And whatever I look like that day, that's just what it is. So, third party. Somebody could be trying to put you in a third party situation. We not having it. Not in the month of September. For some of you all, though, I'm getting this could be work related. So you might end up networking. You might end up meeting somebody that um knows somebody that can help you get to where you're going in the month of September, water signs. But yeah, like I said, that's how y'all know I love y'all, because it be days I get off of work. I don't look the same. This is the morning. I'm recording this in the morning. I don't look the same in the morning as I do after a 12-hour shift. I be looking crazy and I be hopping on here for y'all. Let's see here. Let's do this deck next. Let's see what all comes out for the month of September. Endless possibilities, free spirited, adventure, risks. So some of you all could be breaking some proverbial chains in the month of September, feeling a little bit more freer, a little bit more able. Not necessarily because your circumstances have changed, but because your mindset has changed. That's what I'm saying. Withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. So there could be somebody who you are, what's the word I want to use? I guess withdrawing from, just not giving them as much time, or I'm seeing like somebody emotionally pulling back, not just physically. Because if you're busy with work, busy with kids, busy with your daily life duties, sometimes we have to pull back, and it has nothing to do with that person. For some of y'all, I see you guys really pulling back because it's got something to do with this person. They playing in your face or something. To some extent, they don't deserve your attention. And so you're getting ready to show them you have to deserve me in order to have me in your life. Yeah, rejection just popped out, and clarity was right behind that. And I normally don't take two, but it snuck its way in. So we got rejection and we got clarity. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you guys are rejecting somebody to some extent. And then you got clarity right after that. And it's just giving me, well, I'm rejecting you because I can see you clearly now. Now, maybe this has to do with some kind of situation that happened. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is not like, oh, I think you're a terrible person, I'm rejecting you. This could be more like, you crossed one of my boundaries, and now I have to show you what happens when you disrespect my space. You get what I'm saying? Um yeah, I don't see it being too deep. We'll see where this goes. Silence. Oh Lord. Y'all giving them the silent treatment, honey. You said, sir, what we're not gonna do is not properly court me. Ma'am, what we're not gonna do is talk to me disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, okay? If I call you, I should get some kind of response. I shouldn't be going a whole 24 hours without hearing from you, sir, ma'am. Something is going on here. I don't know. But somebody is getting the cold shoulder from you for sure in the month of September. Breaking point. Oh Lord. I don't know. It looks like it's getting deep. Some of y'all might be breaking up with this person. Limit. Final straw. Overwhelmed. So maybe at some point in time, maybe okay, this is what I'm getting. For some of y'all, it wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying? They did something you didn't like, you brought it to their attention, and you thought everything was gonna be cool. And it would have been cool if they'd listened, if they'd have, actually changed, or whatever. But that didn't happen. And so it's the little things that build up. You know that term, because look on here, it says on breaking point, it says final straw in that middle keyword. A final straw is not a big heavy weight, right? It's one too many little tiny straws. You know how many straws you got to throw on somebody before they decide that I can't take no more. That's like 100 million straws. I can understand if I threw a ton of bricks on your back and you said, yeah, that'll do it. That's my last straw. No, that's not what happened here. This is an accumulation of what you probably consider disrespect. This is an accumulation of what you probably consider disregard. And at some point, we've done too much work on ourselves to allow somebody to come in and not show us the respect, the love, the affection, the whatever it is we feel like we deserve. Because what you won't do, somebody else will. Let's see. I want to do a romance angel. Because what the hell? Let's see. Let's see what the romance angel deck has to say. Retreat. Yeah. You know what? This retreat card is not necessarily always negative. Sometimes retreat can mean that a couple needs to disconnect from the world to spend more time with each other in order to nourish their relationship. But it can also mean one person in the relationship stepping away from the other person. So what I'm kind of getting with this retreat card is that you really could just be trying to teach this person a lesson. Or you don't have to necessarily be completely done with them. You're just hoping that they get the picture. True love, yeah. A lot of you all felt like this person was your one. You're not necessarily ready to just throw them away. You're hoping that, like, right. So, like, there's levels to this, and we all know this. We grown enough to know that, right? Some of us, some of my viewers, you're not that old. So you'll come to find later in life if you're not that old. But most of us, we are. And once you've been around the block a couple of times, you'll say that you're done. But as long as your heart's not done, you're not done. So when you say it's over, it's not that you really want it to be over. You're kind of walking away looking over your shoulder like, okay, you're going to run after me, right? You're not going to just let me walk out of your life, right? Because I'm walking out of your life. But we do have to, we have to uphold our boundaries. We do. That's very important. So it's the games we play. All is fair in love and war, right? And I don't think these are petty games. I think that you are genuinely trying to establish firm boundaries. You're sticking to them, and you're genuinely hoping that this person loves you enough to respect that. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so the message I just got off of that is that this person's love language may be different than yours. So they might not be, whatever they've done to upset you in September, I don't think they did it on purpose. I don't think that they have ill intent. We'll dig in deeper as the reading goes on. But for a lot of you, this person just has a different love language than you. That's still not an excuse, but it it that is reason enough to not hold this person's feet over the flames. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you genuinely love them. You know, be lenient is what I'm saying. Still hold firm boundaries, but don't be like off with your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, put them in timeout. Don't throw them in the trash. But that's what it looks like you're doing here anyway. Some of you all, though, y'all might be ready to walk away. Some of y'all have been through too much, and so you guys might be thinking this person is really playing on your top. Yeah, okay, slow down. You're moving way too fast and it's scaring me away. So for some of you all, you're expecting this person to step up in a way that they don't feel like is reflective of where you guys are at in this relationship, in whatever kind of way that you want them to step up. You know what I'm saying? If, I don't know, maybe they just don't feel like the relationship is mature enough to handle, or to where they can emotionally handle your demands at this moment. Maybe if you all's relationship was a little bit older, a little bit mature, they would have no problem. They would have no problem meeting your demands. But as of right now, you know, I'm more interested in the thrill of the chase than forming meaningful relationships. Okay, so for what some of y'all ain't even in no relationship with this person, and you all have a really good connection with them, but you're realizing that this person may never settle down and choose you. They'll they don't want to choose is what's going on. It's not necessarily that it's you, it's that they're not ready to choose anybody. And some of you guys might be looking at this person like, oh, okay, I see what this is. You don't actually want a relationship. We really good together. We have fun together. We're a perfect match, but we don't want the same things. Yeah, super like. There's something different about you. You really stand out from the crowd, and I want to know more. So for this person, and then Love Struck came out. They really like you. They they I could even say they love you. For some of y'all, it's pretty obvious that you're into me. Like, that's why you feel so confused, is because you can tell that this person is really into you. They're falling for you. You can see it. And you're thinking to yourself, like, okay, so clearly we take the next steps or you're going to lose me. Situationship, yeah. Some of you all might be stuck in the situationship zone. I know we use that term friend zone a lot. People get stuck in the friend zone all the time. But there is a such thing as also getting stuck in the situationship zone. And I don't think people talk about that enough. I don't think people talk about that at all, actually. Where, we're dating. I really like you. You really like me. I'm not really interested in all of my other options. I have come to the conclusion that I like you best. But we're just hanging out. We're just having a good time. Ooh, we didn't cross the line. Now we're doing more intimate stuff with each other than just hanging out, chilling. We're kissing, we're making out, we're doing the bumping uglies, stuff like that. And then once you get into that territory without defining what the relationship is, and have never really discussed whether or not one or the other is going to be ready to commit, then what? You know what I'm saying? I might have to go get me some tissue. Hold on. Why did I think I unpaused this video? I was just talking and talking. So anyway, yeah, some of you guys have gotten stuck in the situationship zone, which I don't think gets enough airtime. I don't think people talk enough about the situationship zone. The friend zone, that's one thing. But people talk about the friend zone all the time. But my thing with the friend zone is that if a person has made it clear to you that they don't see you in that kind of way, and you hang around forever hoping they'll change their mind, my friend, we need to do some self-love workshops. Why are you hanging around? Why are you hanging around? That's outrageous. And it's not to say, oh, something's wrong with you. No. Everybody has their own trauma that they're working through. And for some people, that is something that they need to work through. Because allowing somebody to string you, and they're not even stringing you along. They done told you flat out, I don't look at you that way. And to hang around That's one thing. The situationship zone is a completely different animal altogether. This is a situation where we laugh together, we make love, we hang out, we spend time, we show each other genuine affection. We show each other genuine affection. We show each other genuine companionship, but you won't take me serious. You might even tell me that you will one day. And it's like, it, yeah. A lot of people get played within that situationship zone, and there are signs, there are red flags that a person is not going to follow through with anything that they're talking about. But it's hard to tell because, there's no labels and there was no conversation. So, yeah. Some of you all could be realizing that that is where you are in the month of September in the situationship zone and you don't like it. Message me. Well, this person is going to miss you. They're going to be like, dang, girl, you ain't going to call me? Dang, boy, you. So, but what is it? What is it giving? You don't fool with me no more? I'm going to use my green deck. No. Let's do some career. But they definitely going to be looking for you. Y'all play too much. Y'all know this man or this woman like y'all. Stop playing. But like I was saying, apparently they don't like you enough because they're not settling down with you because most likely they might feel like that's settling. You don't want to end up somebody's placeholder until they find what they want or what they're looking for. Freedom. You have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Or you need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. So some of you all might be taking some time off from work so that you can figure out how you can free up your schedule. Limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought or simply choose something better for you. I think it's funny that both freedom and limitations popped out. I wasn't expecting that to fall. Freedom, limitations. So I think that's interesting that they both popped out like that. So some of you all are feeling a little trapped in the month of September. There are things that there's a direction that you see yourself going into, and realistically, like with your third eye, like we were talking about when you got the third eye chakra card earlier in the reading with the signs of synchronicity, what you visualize for yourself, it's not matching what you see in your reality. And you're realizing that if you're going to accomplish these things and make your visions real, bring them to life, then something in your actual reality is going to have to change. And so one of the first things that you're going to feel like needs to change in the month of September is needing more time so that you can have more energy, so that you can accomplish more things. Beginning. It's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. You have creative ideas that get noticed. Build a nest egg for the future. So now Spirit is saying, like, now that you realize that where you're going is not where you want to be, and you're getting ready to redirect so that you can move these obstacles out of the way. Until you move the obstacles out of the way, what will be a good idea is to save up some money. Put some money to the side. That way, when it comes time for you to make your great escape, when it's time to put your plan in motion, you have more wiggle room than a little bit, because you guys are feeling limited right now. And like the card says, there's ways around those limitations. You just have to prepare yourself for what's to come. All right, we're going to jump in with some tarot now. Let's do some tarot. So, like I like to clarify my cards with my tarot. And I'm looking over here at all the cards, but I want to clarify first after I get your energy right. And I look over here at karmic and I'm like, definitely want to clarify karmic. And then spirit is like, that's this person. Not this person came into your life to be a lesson. Pass it with flying colors, water signs. If this is a lesson, pass it with flying colors. But I see you doing nothing less than with these cards. You're not playing with this person. Who playing? Who playing? Because if you're wasting my time, you're holding up my real man. I can't get to him until I get through you. So if you're wasting my time, please move around. If you're wasting my time, you're keeping me from my real woman, my real wife. And she'll beat your ass. How about that? Waiting for you to get up out of my face. I don't condone violence. I'm just saying. She will push you up out the way energetically. We both will. I will politely move you right on the way you're supposed to be, right on about my life. If this is the difference between me and my happiness with the person that I'm supposed to be happy with. What is my water signs energy for the month of September? Yeah, y'all want to break up with this person. But that's not the only thing y'all want to break up with. There's something here with work. Y'all, there's some job you're at, you don't like it. There's some project you're a part of, you want to jump the ship. Okay? You want to jump ship. There's something that it's not just this person. Because these career oracles, they're also giving that you're not happy. You want to start something new and you feel trapped. But karmic, why is karmic here? Four of Pentacles, yeah. This is somebody that's holding on to you, but also not truly being emotionally available to you at the same time. We don't have time for that with the Four of Pentacles. And like, yes, love, I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm just here, like a fixture on the wall, like a statue. But that's it. That's it. I'm not really your man. I'm not really your woman. I'm just here. Who got time for that? Who's got time for that? I'm pretty sure when you met this person, you was like, yeah, and I just want to like play games and waste time. Nobody did that. Stop playing with my collective. Stop playing with my water signs. I know for a fact my water signs didn't walk into this situationship making it like that's all they wanted was a situationship. Was for somebody to overlook them, breadcrumb them. Because that's what situationships end up turning into, is a breadcrumbing situation. Because I want you, I can't have you the way that I want you. Why is third part? And then we got the player card out here too. Why is third party here? As if we don't know. Why is it here? This person might be still dealing with an ex with the world reverse. There's somebody that they got unfinished business with that they are still entertaining. On a career front, is third party here to talk about the career? Yes. But you got to put yourself out there. You got to start networking because you got the Hermit reversed. You got endless possibilities up here. So you just got to get out there. Let's see. What's breaking point, Spirit? Yeah. Y'all feel it in y'all soul that this person got other women or other men. You really thought that y'all were doing something. And yeah. And y'all about to go rogue on this person. And so what? They'll be all right. Third eye chakra. What is my water signs trying to manifest the month of September? Let me clarify that. Y'all got the 8 of Wands. Hold on. I want to clarify before I go jumping the gun. Ooh. Okay. One more. I got a partial message, but I want to bring it on home. Okay. Yeah. Yep. It is exactly. And no other message. All right. So here's what's going on. This thing that you're trying to manifest is the ideal relationship. You're trying to manifest movement in your love life. And so you guys are, because you got the 8 of Wands, but then you got the 9 of Wands. I think that's also very significant as well, that you just went 8 and then 9. And they're both in the same suit. So then you go from the 8 of Wands, which is a card of fast movement, communication, and just momentum, to the 9 of Wands, where the 9 of Wands is guarded. And then to clarify everything, the last card was the 2 of Cups reversed. So this is the message I'm getting from that. You guys are trying to manifest movement in your love life. And you realize that keeping a stagnant person in your energy is going to hold you up. Like we said earlier, you are just like you want to keep me as a placeholder because you think I'm a great woman or you think I'm a great man. You want to keep me as a placeholder until you find what you're looking for. Well, guess what? I'm not like you. I don't do stuff like that. And if I keep you in my life, I won't find what I'm looking for because I don't play those kinds of games. My energy is different than that. My energy has to be free flowing. I'm a genuine person with a good heart and good intentions. I'm not like you. You know, some people are able to manifest with malevolent energy. Not all of us are the same. And that's why we have to be careful, water signs, especially my water signs, because you guys are so ruled by emotion and affection and have so much to pour into other people. So you have to be careful that people are not in your energy just to get their cup full. If you're an 8-ounce cup and I'm an 8-ounce cup and you keep on asking me for a sip, by the time you full, I'm empty. You get what I'm saying? So my water signs especially have to be careful. And I think you guys already have a pretty good grip on who you are and how you show up in your relationships. And you are aware of the fact that if you stay around too long, you won't have nothing. You'll have nothing and there'll be no movement in your love life. So, yeah. Let's see here. What is this possibilities card? The 10 of Cups. That's what you're capable of. The 10 of Cups. And you know it. You know it. You thought that you were going to have it with this person. You thought you were going to have it with this person. And now that you're realizing that you most likely won't, it still hasn't changed the fact that you know who you are. You know what you deserve. You know what you came here for. And just because when you got here they didn't have what you wanted, that doesn't mean you won't get it from somewhere else. That'd be like you going to the beauty supply store looking for some bananas. They ain't got no bananas at the beauty supply store. And instead of going to the local grocery store up the street, you go home and say, well, I tried. I guess I won't ever get no bananas. No. No. What's this clarity card here for? The Tower. Yeah. So it's hitting them just as it's hitting you. That y'all just can't have nothing with each other. Oh well. I tried. Sir, ma'am, I tried. All right. What is this person's future actions towards my collective? The Hangman. Don't let this person stall you out like this. I'm on their future actions. Not the Seven of Cups. They got options, baby. They got options. They got options, and they're going to take their sweet little time sipping out of all of these cups, including yours. This sounds like an opportunist. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Stay away from this person. Let me shut up. Let's ask Spirit for some advice. Spirit, what's the advice for my water signs? The Knight of Wands. Okay. That's some flirtatious energy. It's giving single. Three of Pentacles reversed. Detach from this person. Go it alone. And the Empress. Because who? Because who? Oh, okay. Right. Because who the Empress? Y'all. Whether you're male or female, you are a divine counterpart. You deserve a divine counterpart. No one can couple with the Empress except the Emperor, whether you're male or female. A divine counterpart can only be coupled with another divine counterpart. Not the fool who is confused about which direction they want to go in life, because there's a story in tarot. The whole deck starts with the very first card. The very first card is the Fool. The Fool makes the decision to go off on this journey and take a risk, right? To start a brand new beginning. And at some point, the Fool gets confused about which way to go. And so he has to take a moment to observe and assess what would be the best decision for him to make. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? For him to, or for this person to be in hangman position. Hangman position is a productive position. Is I'm not going to move until I know what I want for sure. Well, but at the end of the day, you're saying you're not sure about my water sign collective. That's what you're saying. And meanwhile, you're also showing up as the Hangman. My collective is showing up as the what? The Empress, a divine counterpart. So even once you decide to make your decision on which way to go, your energy is still not showing up as a counterpart for my collective. All right, Spirit, what's the overall outcome for the month of September? We got Six of Cups. The Ten of Swords reversed. One more for the outcome. Oop. All right. Here's what I got for your overall outcome. The Lover's at the back of the deck. God dog. Okay. Here's what I got. First, I got the Six of Cups. what I'm getting from this Six of Cups is not necessarily a past lover coming back, but this person may come back. They might try to win you over. So that's not completely out of the window, but that's not what I'm channeling. What I'm channeling here is that you guys are going to be doing a little bit of shadow work. Some of you guys are going to start digging deep. Like, why do I keep attracting these type of men? Why do I keep attracting these type of women who don't want nothing, who are low class, who are low key hoes? These are low key 304s. And they not even respectable ones. They're ones that pretend to be the Empress, but really they're the Empress reversed. Matter of fact, they're not even the Empress reversed. They're more like the Queen of Wands reversed. And why do I keep on falling for the charade? Why do I keep on choosing these 304s? And so you guys are going to be doing some shadow work. You're going to start, really assessing your childhood trauma. If you've got mommy issues, if you've got daddy issues, we all got some kind of issues. So don't get down on yourself about that. The only time you get down on yourself about it is when you don't do the work. You're doing the work. That's all that matters. So then you got the 10 of Swords reversed. So you're healing. You're healing in the month of September after having a moment of trial and error. And then you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which means you guys are dedicated to your healing. You're really digging deep. Even when it gets uncomfortable, you're confronting yourself for the decisions that you've made thus far that has landed you in the situation you're in. With the Seven of Pentacles, you might start wondering to yourself, like, well, what's the point? At this point, will I ever find somebody? But then you got the Hierophant. So one or two things is happening in the month of September. Either you're doing all of this work and somebody actually shows up to restore faith and hope that your counterpart is either here or on its way, or with this Hierophant here, you are preparing yourself for your future husband. You are preparing yourself for your future wife. And thus in doing that, you are calling them in the month of September. You may not meet them this month, but you are preparing for their arrival. And that alone is going to attract them to you. And so instead of attracting all of these 304s, you'll be attracting your divine counterpart. I'm going to pull y'all the Wisdom of the Oracle. Yin. Okay, so the yin is about divine feminine energy. The Empress already came out. So I could be talking to a lot of feminines right now. For others of you, if you're a man, or if you identify as masculine, this could be about your divine feminine finally coming and finding you. I'm going to read you guys what it says, though. The essential meaning is, or the key words, the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming for you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect yours. Remember, You must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly dreams manifest. Yeah, and so that was the overall message. That wasn't the relationship message, because this was a general reading. It's just that love kind of took over. But I wanted to give you all a general message because you all are also dissatisfied with your job. You guys are also dissatisfied with where you work, what you do for a living, how you spend your days, your hours, your minutes, your seconds. You guys are not satisfied with how you spend that time. So you just got to get in flow, which is exactly what it says. Get in flow, tap in, lock in. It's time to lock in. You know what I'm saying? Because what you want is out there and it can flow to you freely, but you have to learn how to receive it when it gets here. All right. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That was your September read. I hope that helped. And I will see you guys on the next one.